News Live at 5:30.
We're starting with new information tonight. The boyfriend of a murdered Fargo woman says DNA results confirm a baby found after his girlfriend, Savanna Greywind, disappeared is his child. Ashton Matheny tells Valley News Live today that he received the test results and they confirm what police had already suspected. Matheny says legal custody of the baby has not yet been awarded, but he is hopeful that will happen soon. He said the baby has been in his care since last Wednesday. Matheny and Greywind named the baby girl Hazley Jo. Greywind disappeared on August 19th after going to a neighbor's apartment after they asked her to model a dress. Her body was found in the Red River north of Fargo about a week later. 2 people have been charged in her disappearance and death. Irma pushed inland across Florida today as a tropical storm, creating severe flooding in parts of the state. Historic floodwaters raged through the streets in Jacksonville and Naples after touching down as a Category 4 storm yesterday. More than 6.5 million customers are without power. A day after Irma hit, mobile homes in the Keys lay on their sides and roofs are missing. The storm also damaged some roads there, making them impassable. And for those who can make it back home, Florida's governor says there are still several obstacles.
From talking to the officials down in the Keys, the water is not working, the sewer is not working, and there's no electricity.
Irma Center began pushing into Georgia by midday, and Atlanta is under a tropical storm warning for the first time. More than 100,000 customers were without power there, and more than 80,000 are without power in South Carolina. Hurricane Irma has just finished ripping through Florida, and now relief efforts are getting underway. Valley News Team's Ryan Laughlin tells us how some in Grand Forks are still on standby, waiting to travel south to help.
Oh, I'm ready to get down there. I kind of feel useless standing around here watching the news.
Lieutenant Matthew Beatty of the Grand Forks Salvation Army has had his bags packed since Harvey hammered Houston.
I'll be out instantly as soon as I get an order.
He's anticipating being shipped out somewhere to Florida, where he'll help coordinate relief efforts.
It's not a quick fix. You don't just walk in there and throw some money and food at it and walk out. We are committed to long-term operations.
But right now, troops on the ground are assessing where are the places that need the most help.
Do not have a order yet, official order of a location or anything right now. Like I said, they're still doing assessments today.
Anxiously waiting to head south to help others.
Well, when people's lives just, get totally upended, it's great that they have someone to be there to comfort them and give them hope, and that's what we do.
From Grand Forks, Ryan Laughlin, Valley News Live.
Lieutenant Beatty's wife will be taking over operations of the Grand Forks Salvation Army location when he gets sent to Florida. And while many people have been trying to help either by donations or money or goods, there have been concerns about where the help is going. The Red Cross has been accused online and on social media of using donations to cover their operational costs. But a recent statement from officials claims that 91 cents of every dollar is used for disaster relief. Meanwhile, the Salvation Army says 100% of disaster funds raised go to disaster relief, not administrative fees. So if you're looking for a way to make a difference, we've got a section up on our website where you can contribute to the victims of Hurricane Irma. For that, go to valleynewslive.com and click on the Donate Hurricane Relief story. We're coming off a pretty great weekend. It's nice to see some above average temperatures yet again today. More quiet weather expected this evening, Robert.
Yeah, another quiet night out there, but we do have some unsettled weather in the 7-day forecast. We'll get to that in just a little while, but right now it's nice out there, albeit a touch hazy in many locations. A little bit of smoke from those fires out west making their way back into the Red River Valley. A mix of 70s and 80s, 75 Detroit Lakes and Wadena, 82 in Grand Forks, as well as right here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. Winds have been generally light, and they're going to stay light as we head through the overnight hours. Cloud cover, not a whole lot out there, but we are seeing some hazy conditions as mentioned, and we will see that continue for the foreseeable future. With hardly a cloud around, no precipitation to worry about, but again, that'll be changing on the 7-day forecast, but not tonight. Sunny skies will continue as we head through the 7 and 8 o'clock hour, and then we'll see that sun set and temperatures dipping down into the upper 60s. We've got the unsettled weather to talk about. We've got cooler weather to talk about, but before that, maybe some record highs. We'll get to all that here in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Robert. The anger and frustration continues for many across Fargo as property tax statements continue rolling into mailboxes all around the city. Tonight is the first of several meetings you'll have to attend if you want to argue your bill. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric is live this evening at Fargo City Hall ahead of that gathering. Bradford.
Christine, people have been steadily arriving for the last half hour, 45 minutes to the City Commission room here at Fargo City Hall. Now, a short time ago, I peeked inside. There's a pretty decent-sized crowd on hand. Coming up at 6 o'clock tonight in this meeting, that's supposed to be the portion of the get-together where you'll be able to bring your tax statement, show the city just how much you're being billed for next year, and tell them why it is simply too much money. This isn't the only hearing you'll have to go to, however. There's the Park District Board, School Board, and the County Commission, each of them having similar meetings coming up over the next several weeks. Part of these increases are because the state of North Dakota is not offering a 12% property tax rebate any longer. Another part is that your property assessments and valuations may have gone up over this last year in the city of Fargo. Now, there are city programs that people can sign up for to help with property tax relief. However, not everyone qualifies for those programs. So, if you're upset about your bills continuing to go up year after year after year, you need to come out to meetings like this, bring your tax statements, show them just how much you're paying, and tell them why it is simply too much money. Live at Fargo City Hall, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
All right, thank you, Brad. Coming up at 6, we continue to see large developments planned out and taking shape around town, many of them receiving tax rebates and exemptions for the projects. So why do these keep getting approved if we're paying more? Hear from the mayor and Commissioner Tony Gehrig coming up tonight on Valley News Live at 6. Fargo Civil Service Commission is about to once again take up the firing of a Fargo police officer this week. David Bellkey is appealing to the commission after being fired for dereliction of duty. After more than 5 hours of testimony on Friday, the hearing was recessed. Now it will resume Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. at City Hall. Bellkey was fired after a lengthy investigation that found, among other things, that he had not filed reports, lacked empathy, and was disrespectful toward the department. A shooting in Texas suburb has left 8 people dead, including the suspect. The shooting happened in Plano, northeast of Dallas, around 8 o'clock Sunday night. Neighbors reported hearing people laughing and grilling during a party at the home earlier in the afternoon. Police initially responded to a report of gunshots fired. The first officer to arrive went inside the home, confronted the shooter, and opened fire, killing the suspect and injuring 2 others. No identities have been released, but it's believed all the victims were adults. Police don't have a motive for the shooting yet, and an investigation is underway. 2 men are in jail after a shooting at a home in Northern Valley. It happened just a few blocks north of University Avenue and J.C.'s Park. A man reported hearing noises and found 2 people inside his house. He says when he saw them, they fired a gun as they left the house. Police say the suspects allegedly fired another 2 shots at the homeowner in the house once they were outside. Officers located the suspect's vehicle a short time later on the north side of town and eventually arrested 19-year-old Joe Melvin and 18-year-old Fahad Hassan, both of Grand Forks, for robbery and terrorizing. Jury selection is scheduled next week for the North Dakota man accused of attempted murder in a shooting in Breckenridge. 28-year-old Matthew Allard of Wahpeton is accused of shooting Isaac Herrera in the stomach. This was during an argument last December at a home. Allard was arrested the next day at a mobile home in Wahpeton. He's facing 5 felony counts. The Daily News says jury selection is set to start September 19th in Wilkin County District Court.